I am pulling the pears off of the pear tree, and they don't look very pretty, but don't judge a pear by its cover. Check it out though, it doesn't look very healthy. Although, I picked a few of these a couple weeks ago, put them in the basket, put them under the table, forgot about them, and then peeled one of them. It was the best pear I've had in my life, and I'm not really a pear fan. So that gave me a lot of hope that even though these are not ripening on the tree, that they'll ripen as I pull them and I'll lay them out. The tree itself is not very healthy. You can see the leaves are yellow. They have, it's got black spot on them, and you can just tell they're really struggling and they're falling everywhere. And we have quite a few trees that look like that right now, and that's my fault. I did not do a good job. We left and went on a long trip this summer, and this summer was hot and humid, and we live in the Ozarks, so it's going to be humid, but usually we get breaks from the humidity, and we didn't really get the breaks this year. It was pretty consistent through like the end of June through July, and even up to like this past week, and it's beautiful now. But normally it'll be like hot and humid, or at least the summers we've been here for the last 5 years. We haven't lived here full time for the last 5 years, but we've been here during the summer, and it'll be hot and humid for a day or two, and then we'll get a break and some really cool storms, and then it might be hot and humid for a day, and it kind of fluctuates back and forth. But that was not the case this year, and that constant baking heat and the humidity was just so hard on all the plants, and hard on me because I don't know what I'm doing. And we had the watering system not set up very well at all. This is a video on what not to do with fruit trees. So we overhead water, which is not ideal. And there's a reason why we ended up doing that. But we have these pop-up overheads, and I didn't set the clock right on the timer. So I had the clock wrong, I believe, because I realized when I got back, the whole time that watering was happening at around 8 o'clock at night, when the sun was still setting, the trees were still baking in the heat, and now they're getting water dumped on them, and it's burning the leaves. And now there's water sitting on them all night when there's still humidity, and so that's where fungus is just going to grow like crazy in that kind of environment. So they didn't really have a lot of support, and I just made mistakes. The peach trees, I mean, peach trees look pretty healthy still. We got some peaches off of them. The plum tree, the most beautiful tree that we have here, I also messed up because I didn't thin the plums, and there's like 3 main branches on that plum tree because it's still young, and I didn't thin all of them. Oh, this is gonna fall. And so the branches collapsed, they broke, and that was really heartbreaking. And the plums still ripened, and they were delicious, and and then we staked the one branch that's still surviving. So I don't know how that tree's gonna fare next summer, but I'm hoping that it'll be resilient and come back. The fig tree is doing good, but these pears, I'm really hopeful. I want to get really good at growing fruit. The peaches, the apples, the pears, the figs, they're pretty self-sufficient. And then the raspberries, the blueberries, and the blackberries that I'm getting ready to develop a little area for down by the greenhouse. I really want to get good at this. So I'm going to put sulfur on these trees. I'm going to prune them. I'm going to wait till the fall, but I'm going to fertilize, sulfur, prune, and talk to them and give them some encouragement, moral support, and try not to blow it next time around with just the systems of how we're taking care of them. But here is my basket of very sad little pears. However, they have a little potential of being delicious, so we'll see. And next year, maybe I'll have a basket of very different looking fruit. We'll see.